I proved that Allah is God. Elijah Muhammad is a messenger, and I have faith in them. And regardless of the world and the pressure, I made it an easy night because Allah has power over all things. Want to know where I get the power? Visit your local Muslim mosque. Read that Muhammad Speaks newspaper.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. We want to thank all of the participants who have come here today. We have in our press release that we've given out an updated press release that gives out all of the names of those who agreed to be here. And I want to say first and foremost, everybody that's here does not necessarily agree with my religion or Muhammad Ali's religion or religion at all. Everyone here does not necessarily agree with what I have said, what I will say, and what I may say in the future. But everybody here does agree that I have a right to practice my religion. Everybody that is here agrees that I have the right to free speech.
Yes, sir.
Everybody here gathered today agrees that I have the right to freedom of the press. And everybody here agrees that we have the right to peacefully assemble, redress our grievances with the government that we live under at this time. We're here today to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Muhammad Ali in this building, the old post office. In this building, which is now the United States Custom House. We're here 50 years ago. Muhammad Ali refused to step forward for military service. We're not here to denigrate those who will step forward for military service. But we say to those who have stepped forward to military service, remember the oath that you took. You took a solemn oath to protect, preserve, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Yes, sir.
One of the first amendments to the Constitution of the United States is freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and freedom to peacefully assemble to redress our grievances with our government. We do not denigrate the sacrifice of those men and women who have worn the uniform of the United States. We have problems not with the soldier, we got problems with the policy. 50 years ago, Muhammad Ali, standing up as a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Nation of Islam, we want to make clear that Muhammad Ali stood up on this point of what the Muslims believe. Point number 10. We believe that we who declare ourselves to be righteous Muslims should not participate in wars which take the lives of humans. We do not believe that this nation should force us to take part in such wars, for we have nothing to gain from it unless America agrees to give us the necessary territory when we might have something to fight for. On that basis, Muhammad Ali, as a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, was a hated man for being a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which was as controversial then as it is being a follower of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's leadership of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad today. Same song, second verse. We also lift up the name of Colin Kaepernick, because in 2016 and 2017, Mr. Kaepernick has been now named Time Magazine's 100 most influential people on the planet Earth. So whether we lift up his name or not, whether we say what we say or not, Time Magazine recognizes that he has influence beyond the football field. When he took a knee against police brutality and injustice, children playing Little League football did the same thing. High school students did the same thing. College students did the same thing. Members of the NFL held hands and showed their solidarity. And he was voted the best teammate among his San Francisco 49er teammates. So we say he deserves a tryout. A tryout is not a civil right unless he's being discriminated against because of his color or because of his political beliefs. So we'll leave that up to the NFL, we'll leave that up to the league. But we say today, we the simple people, the salt of the earth, those who are the usual suspects that always stand up for justice and stand up for freedom and equality and fair treatment. We stand here today in this commemoration of Muhammad Ali sacrificing all that he had in the first and 3 years of his prime of his career. Yeah. We're saying to all of them, we know that current conditions are pointing out that war is coming. Mr. Trump is about to take America to war in Asia and in the Middle East. This generation is not a generation that scratch where they don't itch. They don't look down when there's nothing on the ground, and they're not afraid of anything. They will push back and they will fight back. And on the college campuses, there will be unrest. When martial law is declared and there's fighting in the street and chaos in the community, that will lead to the possibility of revolution. To stop that, we must defend and protect our divine, human, civil, and constitutional rights. The rights that I speak of are freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of the press, and freedom to peacefully assemble are not constitutional rights. They're not civil rights. For me, as a believer, they are divine rights given to us by God that happens to be in the Constitution and in civil law. So we must stand up for our divine, human, civil, and constitutional rights so that we can warn this government that if you go to war, you will break America's spirit. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad says this, that they will go overseas by the thousands and they will come back by the dozens. That Europe will become a graveyard. That the 6th and 7th Fleet will be lost. And that the power of America will be broken in war. If you say you love this country, then it's not my country right or wrong. It's my country. If she's right, keep her right. But if she's wrong, make her right. We're here during the NFL draft. We got the Freedom Fighters draft. And our first round pick of the Freedom Fighters of Houston, Texas in the world is none other than Muhammad Ali of Louisville, Kentucky. He is our first round pick. Let's give him a round of applause. All right. At the Freedom Fight, this is the Freedom Fighters Recruitment Center. And we're here to recruit 1,000 Muhammad Alis and 1,000 Colin Kaepernicks. So we say to Sister Beyonce, we say to Spike Lee, we say to Jordan Peele, we say to all of our icons, we say to all of our freedom fighters, our Black Power era political prisoners and martyrs, we haven't forgot you. Our civil rights icons, we haven't forgot you. And those unknown names, we never will forget you for what you have done. And so today, brothers and sisters, we want to commemorate Muhammad Ali's sacrifice for the sake of justice and freedom. And we're here to demonstrate for our First Amendment constitutional rights, our civil rights, our human rights, and our divine rights. Right. All right. Welcome to the military induction service. I am your induction officer. I am Lieutenant Robert Jones. You're about to be asked to step forward for military induction. And we will, after that, administer the oath if you do step forward. So let us now call your name. Mr. Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., also known as Muhammad Ali. Please step forward. Mr. Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., also known as Muhammad Ali. Please step forward. I must advise you that if you don't step forward for induction, you face 5 years imprisonment and a $10,000 fine. Do you understand? Yes. This is your last opportunity. Mr. Cassius Marcellus Clay, aka Muhammad Ali, please step forward for military induction.